It's also you. I mean, I got to imagine that you guys have to realize what an unbelievably fortunate and amazing experience you guys are on.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many people have a dream when they're kids of being a fucking rock star? How many people get to be in Metallica?
It's crazy, dude. I wake up every day and think, I'm friggin' blessed. I mean, this is unbelievable. What if I complain once today? Punch me in the face, you know? Because it's stupid, you know?
Exactly.
This is stupid that I would complain about something. But I tell you, it is hard at times being on the road doing stuff. And when you don't want to do stuff, you do it. But then you find something, you find someone, you find a thing. And it's usually someone in the crowd that's just, you know, I see myself right there. It's like, I'm that kid right there at the Motorhead concert looking up at Lemmy going, this is fucking awesome. And so I just suck that energy and go, all right, this is all I need. This is all I need right now.
That's beautiful. Dude, that was a hard one, right? When Lemmy died?
Yeah.
Because Lemmy went hard to the end.
No doubt.
He really did. He fucking wore the brakes out, wore the tires out, fucking screeched right into the rocks. Boom!
Oh, my God. Yeah. And he didn't want anyone to know that he was really that sick, and he just kept going. And, God, that's what he knew, and it's what he loved, and it's what he was. And, you know, for me, I thought the man was immortal, you know? He was just this icon of a figure. He was the godfather of heavy music for us. And without him, there certainly wouldn't be a Metallica. Certainly wouldn't. He was the catalyst for Lars and I, you know, getting together, you know, that ad in the paper. You know, we like bands like Motorhead. It's like, hey, somebody else likes Motorhead? All right.
Ads in the paper. Isn't that crazy when you stop and think about that? That's how you got back. That's how you guys got together back then.
Yep.
That's how you found band members. Ads in the paper, looking for a drummer.
Yeah.
Do
go
you like
straight,
Motorhead?
straight to the H section. You know, all the you know the classifieds. You know, pass up all the stuff. Just go right to H, where it said heavy metal. It's like, well, there's my ad and there's his. We should meet. There's only two of us.
Well, you guys have been through such a fascinating change in music, too, because, I mean, obviously, Lars was a huge figure in the controversy surrounding MP3s. You know? And that was, like, during the Napster days, that was the time where everybody realized, like, holy shit, something just happened. You know, and I don't think we realized it back then. I think Lars, in a lot of ways, was one of the first people sounding the horn. He was one of the first people going, hey, all this selling record shit is going to go away. Like, do you understand what's going on here? People are just taking things and putting them online. And this was a totally new thing.
Absolutely. And that poor guy still, you know, he's taking bullets. He's taking hits for it still.
Still? Really? Where?
Oh, everyone who's got a beef with any other thing than, you know, Napster, it just gravitates towards that all the time. That poor guy, yeah, he got beat up by that, and we all stood behind him. Obviously, he was the spokesman for it. He chose to do that. Management said, "Hey, this is coming. This is coming. Let's be the ones that stand up for artists." And he took that. He grabbed the flag and said, "I'm going." And there were lots of other musicians and people that were on board as well, but they weren't as vocal or taking the hits like he did. There was something about, you know, even like a Dr. Dre, he was on board with it, but for some reason in the rap world, it's like, well, it's all about money anyway, so what? You know, for heavy metal, there was some kind of stigma around, you know, you're an asshole if you're rich or if you've been successful or something. It's like, we got to pull you down into hell with us, you know, don't be getting good now, you know?
Yeah.
So there was that stigma, but there were other artists that would show up at shows saying, hey man, I'm really glad you're doing what you're doing. It's like, come on, you know, join us. Oh no, I can't. oh, no, my career would be over. It's like, you fuck. You know, it's so frustrating. It's like, dude, do you believe in it? Yeah. Then stand up. It's like, yeah, but no, it'll fall apart. Something will happen. My fans, blah, blah, blah. So they were concerned about their own careers and not the big picture of artists. And obviously these days you can see there's no copyright laws. There's no nothing, man. You can rip this and that and whatever and do whatever you want with it. There's a beauty to that, and a lot of creativity comes out of it, but it gets watered down. It gets, you know, I don't know. We acknowledge that, yeah, there's an inspiration somewhere for everything, but blatantly taking that and using it is pretty frustrating to me. And we were at that point where we had such a following, we had such a strength in Metallica that we survived all of that stuff. But there was a lot of bands that didn't, you know, they couldn't sustain themselves, couldn't feed their families because of what happened. And I think the frustrating part was no one really understood that music is our life, you know. If you take that, if you take our, like, the way we want to present our music is part of the art.
Like in an album, meaning like one song leads to the next song, meaning...
Well, like releasing an album. Here's how we'd like to release it.
Right.
We don't want it leaked over here. We don't want this happening. We don't,
Right.
you know, a presentation is part of the art. Like when you walk into an art studio, the artist has been in there putting it together. Like, okay, I want you to see this first and then that. And then you go here and you get bam, you know. That there's a passion behind that. And when someone just throws it out there and it just, it kind of loses an impact. So if I'm complaining, punch me in the face. But we have survived and we feel good about it and we've adapted, but the record company certainly did not. You know?
No, they took a hard hit.